Zoe Zebra and Rebecca Rabbit were enjoying the slide. It was their favourite. George was watching his boat sail around the duck pond. What fun this is, he thought to himself. Danny was on the zip wire. Whee! This is great, he shouted. The roundabout was Peppa and Deli's favourite. They just loved going round and round and round again. Meanwhile, on the other side of the town, Princess Sofia I was travelling aboard Thomas. He was taking her to join her friends at the park. I can't wait to see them, she cried excitedly. Peppa, George and Danny had climbed to the top of the treehouse to see if they could see Sofia arrive, while Zoe and Ellie were having a lovely time on the seesaw. Suddenly, they heard Thomas's whistle. "They're coming," said Peppa excitedly. Sophia arrived and climbed off Thomas. "Hello," she smiled at her friends. "It's so good to see you. Thanks for the ride, Thomas." "No problem," said Thomas, and he steamed off. "Let's go on the roundabout first," said Danny. "Great idea," said Sophia, and off they went. "What about the slide next?" suggested Peppa. "Definitely," agreed Sophia. And Susie joined them. "Come and see my boat," cried George. "OK," smiled Sophia. "It's a very nice boat," she told George, and George smiled. Just then, they heard a van approaching. "It's Kitty with her new snack van," cried Susie. Kitty parked her van and opened the side, displaying all her delicious treats. Everyone gathered round, and Peppa was the first to choose something. "Please, could I have an ice cream?" she asked politely. "Of course," smiled Kitty, and handed her one. George was next, and he fancied some popcorn. Sophia also had an ice cream, and so did Candy. With their delicious treats, the friends all sat down to enjoy them. Kitty then said goodbye to everyone and closed the van. But when she tried to start the engine, it made a terrible noise. "What's that noise?" inquired Peppa, Sophie and Danny. "It's Kitty's van. It won't start," cried Sophia. "Don't worry, Kitty," said Danny. "I can call my grandpa. He's a mechanic. I'm sure he'll be able to fix the problem." "Oh, thank you," said Kitty. "That's very kind." Danny called his grandpa, and very soon they could hear his truck motoring towards them. Grandpa Dog got out and went over to Danny. "Now, what appears to be the problem?" he asked. Kitty told him, and Grandpa Dog proceeded to the van. He had a look at the engine and then said, "Oh yes, I can fix that." It wasn't long before Grandpa Dog announced to Kitty that the engine was working again. "Oh, thank you," said a relieved Kitty. "How much do I owe you?" she asked. "Well," smiled Grandpa Dog, "I would love one of your delicious ice creams." "Of course," she replied, and went to make him one. "Lovely," he smiled, and was soon back in his truck returning to his garage. Kitty then followed in her van. Just then, Sophia heard Thomas's whistle. "It's time for me to go home now," she said to Peppa, Danny and George. "I've had a wonderful time. Let's meet up again soon." And she climbed aboard Thomas, and off she steamed back to her palace.